Hello, my fiery friends. Welcome once again to another fiery fun stream. I am your host, the Infernoman here, and again, I'm hoping you have a wonderful day wherever you are at. So, we're going to be, of course, talking about the hottest in budget deck technology. Well, normally we do, but for today's purpose, of course, we're going to be doing something a little bit more fun for the midweek Magic event. But what exactly are we playing? Well, I'm glad you asked. So, let's go ahead, let's jump in right now. And let's see where we are currently at here. Where are we at? Ooh, there we are. Okay, great. Awesome. Okay, so with that, we're going to be playing, of course, in the Midweek Magic event because it's been a little while since we've done Midweek Magic. And, of course, we're going to have a fun theme for today. So, the Midweek Magic event, of course, is going to be focusing on a Foundation commander for Brawl format. So, I figured, why not we throw together something that's kind of cute today? So, we're going to be going in on our Vampire Waifu today, Evereth, Viceroy of Plunder. So, and for those of you who are a little bit new to this, Den Splendid, welcome as always. Hopefully, again, you're having a wonderful day where you're at, my fiery friend. But again, we're talking right now about our intro to our video, and of course, we're talking about what we're going to be doing today. So, what exactly, as I mentioned, we're doing? Well, we're going to be playing, of course, with our Brawl format. We're going to be playing a fun sacrifice deck where we're going to try to see how much value we can get out of Evereth here for today. So, the way this works, of course, is we're going to talk about generally, of course, the deck tech. We'll do, of course, some basic stats, of course, overall for the deck. We'll do as many games as we can the next couple hours. And that's pretty much how we're going to rock it today. So let's talk about, again, how Sakura Waifu, I know, I had to go a little cheesy with the name there, is going to work. So, going over the basic stats for the deck, for those of you who are new to this is, of course, how we rock it. So, we're looking at, again, a Rakdos deck of black and red. You're looking at an average mana curve about 2.5. You're looking at a total of 35 creatures in the deck. We have 9 instants, 6 sorceries, 9 artifacts, 6 enchantments, 1 planeswalker, and 35 lands. 35 lands does look a little low, but don't worry, we're using a lot of what is it called? Modal lands? Yeah, I can't remember what they're called. You get the idea. They're flip lands, basically. But in any case, let's go over, of course, our Vampire Waifu, Evereth, Viceroy of Plunder. What is she all about, you may be wondering? So, you can see right here, Evereth here is our commander. She is a legendary vampire soldier. That's a 2/2 with flying, and it says, sacrifice another creature or artifact, and you get a +1/+1 counter on Evereth. If the sacrifice permanent was a treasure, Evereth gains lifelink until end of turn. You can only activate this, however, at sorcery speed. If Evereth dies, you can pay 2, which is 1, and a hybrid for this. When you do, Evereth deals damage equal to its power to each opponent. Oh, yes, MDFCs. Always kind of forget that they're called MDFCs. But thanks you again, as always, Dan Splendid. So, the whole purpose, of course, of Evereth here is we just want to sacrifice a ton of things for value. The downside is she's a little slow on that because she can only be activating her ability at sorcery speed. But that's actually not a horrible thing for us, because the good news is she can still sacrifice things for free. So that's mostly what we want her to do. And we will have a lot of ways of developing a lot of creatures, artifacts, and of course treasures to make her get a ton of value any way you slice it. So let's go over, of course, every single card in the deck. This is going to take a little while, but don't worry, I'll try to get through this as quick as possible. So, as for what we're sacrificing and doing for value here in the 1-drop slot, we have Cauldron Familiar here. I'm sure I don't need to talk about how this card works. The only downside, of course, is Cauldron Familiar in this format cannot block because of the nerfs to Alchemy. Absolutely disgusting, by the way. But however, the Cat Oven combo is in the deck, so you can see Witch's Ovens at the bottom here. So we're still going to rock that just because we can still get some value out of the deck for that. We will have some removal here with Annihilating Glare here. We can sacrifice a creature or an artifact here, destroy a target planeswalker or artifact here. Stickman Jake, welcome. Hopefully, again, you're having a wonderful day where you're at. Thanks again for joining us on our Fiery Fun stream today. We'll also have Bone Shards here. Same thing. We just either sacrifice one of our creatures to destroy another creature or planeswalker, or we can discard a card, so it's going to be cheap removal for us. Cult Conscript here is one of our key pieces here. We can keep sacrificing for value because it's skeleton here. They can keep coming back as long as we have a non-skeleton creature die in the same turn. Eaten Alive here is similar to Bone Shards and Annihilating Glare here. It's again going to be more removal where we have to sacrifice a creature to get more value for cheap. Greedy Freebooter here is one of our nice sack outlets here because, again, when it dies, scry 1, you get to create a treasure token, which is great. Malachor Rebirth here can do, at instant speed, the ability to, of course, bring back one of our creatures here from the graveyard to the battlefield tapped, so it's great for additional value. Persistent Specimen here, another skeleton we can utilize here to then sacrifice for value, but then bring it back later on in the game. We have Scavenger's Talent here, which will, anytime one of our creatures dies, we can turn him into a food token. At level 2, we can mill our opponent for 2 cards, or we can mill ourselves, however we want to do it. And at level 3 here, we can then keep sacrificing some non-land permanents, and if we do, we can bring a creature card from our graveyard back to the battlefield with the finality counter for more value. Shambling Gas here is, again, another creature we can then sack for value here. Either give one of our opponent's creatures a -1/-1, or most likely we'll make it a treasure token. Vader Rebirth here is an all-star in this deck because anytime we sacrifice an artifact or a creature, we get to put a counter on it, and every time we do, if we remove 4 oil counters, bringing that creature back from the graveyard to the battlefield. It doesn't have a finality counter, and you don't even have to sacrifice this artifact. Oh my goodness, this card is extremely powerful if people underestimate it. Additionally, on top of that, we'll have Village Rights here, again, sacrificing to draw some cards. Reckless Lackey here, again, another sack outlet when we need it to be. We can draw a card with it and create a treasure token for 3 mana. Basilisk Collar here is going to be great for us to attach to one of our creatures to give it Death Touch and Lifelink, just to help us stabilize. I just mentioned Witch's Oven, but you don't have to use it for the cat itself. You can also utilize it to sack whatever you need to create a food token. In the 2-drop slot here, we'll have some additional value here with cards like Blood Artist here. So anytime a creature just dies, we get the life gain and drain them for 1. Calisel Sword here is going to be a cool little finishing card here we actually really like here. So say, for example, you can maybe say if you have some extra mana floating, you can then use this to do some damage with, say, like Evereth here. It sacrifices, then it'll do some extra damage, of course, with Evereth if we pay the extra cost. So again, it's going to be great for us as a cool little finisher for us. And then with that, we'll have also Deadly Dispute here. Pretty much standard what you think here. Sacrifice something, gain some cards, draw get treasure token. Fanatical Offering here, same thing. Sacrifice an artifact or a creature, but you get a map token out of the deal. Jadar here will create a bunch of cheap zombies that we can utilize for sack outlets. Priest of Forgotten Gods here also can help us just do some more sacking and help us draw some cards and make some mana. Reassembling Skeletons is another skeleton we could utilize, of course, for value here. We can bring it back anytime we need to from the graveyard to the battlefield. Sheoldred's Edict forcefully makes one of our opponents either sacrifice a non-token creature, or a planeswalker, whatever we want. Undead Butler here can help us mill some cards, but also when it dies, we can exile it and then bring back a creature card from our graveyard to our hand. Wriggling Grub here, when it does die, we get to create 2 extra tokens we can use for additional value. Gatekeeper of Malachar here, when it enters, we can then kick it and then force our opponent to sacrifice another creature of their choice. Abrade here, dealing either 3 damage or it's Artifact Hate. Goblin Bombardment, another free option for us to then sacrifice a creature so that way we can ping our opponent for 1. Seer Slicer Goblin here, anytime we do attack here with the raid ability, it'll create for us another goblin token we can use. Dreadhorde Butcher here will get bigger and bigger if our opponent doesn't deal with it, but when it does die, it'll deal damage equal to its power to any target, which is great for us. Fireblade Artist here also provides us with another pseudo-sack outlet because it can only sack at the beginning of our upkeep, but it can also do some incremental damage. Jury Master of the Review here, anytime we sacrifice a permanent, we get a +1/+1 counter on it, and similar to Evereth here, if it does die, it'll deal damage equal to its power to any target. However, it does it for free. Oni Cult Anvil here is also great for us. I absolutely love this card right here because every time we sacrifice an artifact, it will create for us a construct that we can keep utilizing, or we can then tap it itself just to do some life pinging, so some life gain and drain. Arcane Signet is a staple, of course, so we got to have that as well. Ornithopter of Paradise here is a mana rock for us, but also it's a creature when we need to in a pinch. Swiftfoot Boots here will protect Evereth here or anything we need to, just to giving it hexproof and haste. Back for seconds here, we can sacrifice something utilizing the Bargain ability to then get the max amount of value to bring back some creatures from our graveyard to the battlefield and to our hand. Bastard Remembrance here will life gain and drain every time we have a creature die. Black Market Connections will help us develop our board by giving us some more treasures we can utilize for Evereth here. We can draw some cards, we can create some changeling tokens, whatever we need to, of course, for value. Boggart Trawler here can also be one of our either tap lands, or it can be a creature that when it enters, it can exile an opponent's graveyard, so it's great graveyard hate. Marauding Blight Priest here, anytime we gain life, we drain them out for 1. Morbid Opportunist, whenever one or more creatures dies, we get to draw a card. We can only do it once a turn, but it's still good enough for us. Ozox here from Foundations is also really good here because anytime it does die, we get to create a Jumble Bones legendary token here, but when that dies, we can bring back Ozox, so we can bring this, of course, just to make some more value with skeletons. Veto here can give us a pseudo life gain and drain loop if we have the right setup for us, but also it can give all of our creatures life link if we need to in a pinch. Withering Torment here is going to be enchantment hate primarily, but also we can utilize it on the creature. 9 Lives Familiar here will, of course, be repeatable sack outlet options for us. Phyrexian Arena to help us drain some more cards. General Carrot here, Bolt Bringer, can help us, of course, create some more goblin creature tokens for us every time we attack, so it's going to be great for us. And also it can ping every time a creature enters the battlefield, which is also sweet. Herbrest Forge here will get, of course, bigger and bigger with every token it'll create every turn. However, we can also utilize those tokens when we don't need them to, just to sacrifice for Evereth. Alicia here, who laughs at fate, also has the raid ability here. Whenever it attacks, you get a +1/+1 counter on her, and every time we attack this turn, if we get to return a creature card from with our mana value with equal then or lesser to Alicia from our graveyard to the battlefield, so it keeps bringing stuff back. Colligans Command here can be a great multi-option for us depending on what we need for the deck. Mayhem Devil is a staple for any sacrifice deck, so you have to put this into the deck. Pitiless Plunderer here, every time a creature we control dies, we get to create a treasure token. Rev Tithe Extractor here can be our pseudo-secondary waifu, if you will. But otherwise, this card, of course, every time we attack with a creature, that creature can create Death Touch until end of turn, and then one or more creatures we control will deal combat damage we create. Messing up my words here. Whenever one or more creatures we control deals combat damage to a player, we create a treasure token, and then we can look at the top card of that player's library and exile it face down, and then we can cast that card later on if we need to. Ruthless Technomancer here, when it enters, we can sacrifice another creature and then create a ton of treasure tokens for us. Also, we can pay 3 to sacrifice a bunch of artifacts and then return a creature with a power X or less from a graveyard to the battlefield. Fellow Propane here is either a land in a pinch. Also, we can utilize it as removal for a creature or planeswalker. Grave Pact here is, of course, has to be in the deck. Oh man, this card is so awesome. Every time we sacrifice creatures, our opponent has to sacrifice creatures, of course, to kind of coincide with us, so it's actually pretty sweet. Prosper here because we do need treasure support, and of course, this works really well with many of our cards, so it has to be in the deck as well. Blasphemous Edict, a brand new card, also from Foundations, where we can pay just either 1 to then sacrifice 13 creatures of our choice here, or of course we could pay full price. Either way, it's our pseudo Wrath for the deck. Bloodthirsty Conqueror, anytime we have an opponent lose life, we can gain that much life, so we can see where this, of course, kind of circles back with Veto here, or otherwise, what's the other card we just talked about? Oh yeah, Marauding Blight Priest, so it just goes back and back with an infinite game-ending loop. Goldspan Dragon will create for us a ton of treasures, and also it's a flying dragon, so it does great damage in the sky. We're almost done, everybody. Liliana Dreadhorde General is also one of our finishers, where we can keep creating some zombies. Anytime a creature we control dies, we get to draw a card, so it's great for us. Massacre Worm is also one of our pseudo-wraths for the deck, where it forces our opponent to get -2/-2 on each of their creatures until end of turn. And anytime when a creature's an opponent controls dies, they get to lose 2 life, so we can drain them out. Blood-Soaked Insight here. Not too often you're going to utilize this ability, but if you do want to, of course, this will cost 1 less for each life your opponent has lost this turn, so you can pay for, at the cheapest, 2 mana, but then we can exile the top 3 cards of their library, and we can pick one of those cards to play, and then we can cast it however we need to. And then wrapping it all up, of course, we have our land base here. Again, this is not budget today, but don't worry. If you stick around to the very end of the video, I will have a budget list for you if you are interested later on. So we have Castle Lockcoin for card draw, Phyrexian Towers for more sacrificing, 8 Swamps, 3 Mountains, some Zokazen to make some tokens if we need to in a pinch. Black Leaves Cliffs is one of our dual lands, along with Blazemire Verge, Blightstep Pathway, Blood Crypt, Dragonskull Summit, Drossforth Bridge, Foreboding Ruins, Haunted Ridge, Mount Doom, we have Rakuis Theater, Razortrap Gorge, Restless Vents is also a creature land, Sulphurous Springs, Arid Archway is a bounce land, but we can utilize it, of course, to bounce maybe one of our modal lands back to our hand to reutilize it for extra value. Bloodstained Mars is our fetch land for the deck. Command Tower is a staple. Fable Passage for sacking to then get some more lands out of our deck. Fountain Port here can help us create some more tokens we can utilize for value. Prismatic Vista is another one of our fetch lands. Scavenger Grounds for additional graveyard hate, and Volatile Fault on the far end here to then do some land hate and also create for us a treasure that we will need for the deck. Otherwise, that is the whole deck for you, everybody. Whew! Thanks again, as always, for hanging in there. I do appreciate that. But as always, we have to ask ourselves, is this deck possibly getting us some victories today in the Brawl formats? Well, as soon as we get through, of course, the main portion of it, which is the Midweek Magic event, we will definitely jump into, of course, some actual regular Brawl decks to see how well this deck does. So I don't know about you, but I'm ready to go for this deck. So I'm super jazzed to see how we can pull this off. Let's jump into the Midweek Magic event. We're going to kick start, of course. Let's go ahead and pick now. Wait, hold on. Oh, we didn't adjust this accordingly. Hold on one second here. Wait, did we mess this up? Oh, hold on. There we go. We got to just clone and change it. Okay. Hold on. Why is it not letting me? Okay, hold on one second. Hold on one second. Did I mess this up? Hold on. We can fix this. Wait. Oh, she's not on the list? Well, this is kind of awkward. Okay, well, here's one of the awkward parts here. I guess she's not on the list. I thought she was on the list for the event. Don't worry. Okay, so I have a better idea here. Instead of actually doing the Midweek Magic Brawl event here, let's just jump into regular Brawl, because I honestly don't want to change this just for this whole list here. That'd actually kind of be a little dishonest. So, you know what? We're going to change it. Change of plans, everybody. We're going to skip the Build Brawler challenge because I don't want to have to change the deck around too much for this, and I actually do want to play with her. So, instead, you know what? Let's just jump to regular Brawl. So, okay. We're just going to jump into regular Brawl instead. Let us see how well we can do with this. So, you know what? I'll worry about the build brawler challenge on my own personal time. Instead, we'll just play with our regular deck instead. Let's just have some fun with this, because I've actually wanted to play with her, because again, she does look pretty awesome for a sacrifice option here. I actually kind of do want to get a copy, of course, for my actual personal deck. But okay. All right, so instead, we're just going to shake it off. We'll just do our own thing here. All right, so starting off here, we got Scavenger Talent. All right, okay. A little slow. We don't have a removal, but that's perfectly fine. Let's see how well we do with this. All right. Sorry, white. Okay, we also got our other waifu here, so yeah, we got dual waifus here. But otherwise, let's play Swamp, Scavenger Talent, and go. All right, so while we're getting started here, our opponent is playing Kaikar Wind's Fury, so it looks like they're going to make a bunch of spirit tokens to create some extra value. Let's see how that goes for them. Otherwise, we'll play... I guess we'll do a Restless Vents now. But okay, so let me know, everybody, how are y'all feeling today? Hopefully, again, you're having a great day wherever you're at. Okay, Monastery Mentor. Okay, so we can't afford to have that go off. So here's how we do this here. We're just going to have to hit it with Withering Torment now. We do lose 2, but that's not a big deal for us. All right, Plains. Is Kaikar coming in now? No. Okay, so with that, how do we do this here? We kind of wish we got a land out of that, but that's okay. Seer Slicer Goblin. Do you have an answer, opponent? Yes? No? Maybe? Okay, they let it go. And we will pass here. So we do need a couple more lands here, and we should be okay. I would like for us to see... Okay, here comes Kaikar. Okay, so what they're going to do now is they're probably going to bring in Swift Boots on it. So it's now hasty. It'll start attacking, of course. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, okay. All right. Well, instead, how do we do this here? Let us play Fireblade Artist. Stickman Jake. The equipment deck is almost finished. Just 4 more rares. Nice. Hopefully, again, you'll get those rares soon. Okay, no attacks yet. We'll pass. So, we do have a couple ways of getting around Kaikar if we need to. If we can get to that removal, we should be fine. But I don't know if we're going to get to it. We should be focusing, of course, on trying to hopefully get a couple more lands. If we can get at least another land, Rev here can come out. And then she can give one of our creatures Death Touch. We'll be forcing our opponent to either poorly block or should be able to start getting us value. Okay, so we're not going to sacrifice this yet. Okay, great. Nice. Fountain Port is here. But, okay. I don't know if our opponent has a counterspell or anything, but we're going to try for a moment here and get Pity's Plunder out. Do you have an answer, opponent? They have 5 cards in it. Okay, they do. Yep. So, as I figured... That's a lot of treasure, by the way. Let's see. No attacks just yet. Our opponent now has more than enough mana to do their thing. So, I would like for them to tap out. Or, okay, well, at least swinging here kind of forces them now to... Okay. Alright, so they'll cast non-creature spells. They create a bunch of spirits. Can we get around that before our opponent starts doing their thing? I don't know. Strangle. Oh, opponent, you're no fun. Ooh. Okay, well, we're going to create a food token out of that, so. Oh, num num num. Okay. Nothing to sacrifice. That's okay. Fine. Persistent Specimen. I guess that's not bad. That'll be something we can utilize later on. Okay. Persistent Specimen. Opponents have all the mana in the world. What do you got? Okay, Persistent Specimen does stick. We will then Scavenger's Talent level 2. And then nothing yet. I know they have 4 cards in hand right now. So we need to find a way to just get around what they're playing. I don't know what, though. Third Path Iconoclast. Okay, so they're going all in on tokens. That's fun. I can't wait to battle you later. I got another deck. This time it's Gix. Okay. If we have time, I'll see if I can. It just depends on, again, how today goes. Okay, so we're going to start getting some value here. Ping our opponent for 2. Make a food token. Mill him for 2. We mill. Okay, well, Electrodon. Okay, well, that's not too bad. Razor Trap Gorge here. Comes in tapped. Okay, so... Hold on 1 second. All right. Wait 1 second here, everybody. Okay, there we go. All right, sorry. Just had to delete something real quick there. Okay, so in other words, let's see. Do we play Rev now? I guess we'll play Rev now. Do you have another answer, opponents? Please don't. Don't kill my waifu. No, please. I'm sure they probably have something in hand. Oh, dang it, they do. All right. Well, our opponent's just going to start going off with tokens here, so this is going to be a bit of a trouble for us, but we'll try to see if we can get around that. They are going to have to eventually just start losing all of their counterspells eventually. I mean, they don't have a ton, right? Right? Hopefully not. Okay, so. Opponent, you got tons of creatures which you could sacrifice for more mana. Prismari command. Okay. So that means we lose another card here. Fireblade Artist dies. They do throw away 2 cards. Not sure what they get. But looks like we might... I don't know if we're going to get around this one, everyone. Kaikar Sphere is a very annoying card. I did make a deck with Kaikar years ago that actually was built for the format. I don't know if I should dig that one out. It is a little outdated, though. Okay, opponent is swinging. Okay, they have still treasures open, so unfortunately we are in a bad spot here. But we're going to try. We will try. Okay, Ruthless Technomancer. I don't know if that really helps us, though. I'm not sure. Okay, I think level 3. Any answers to that, opponents? Okay, so with that, Calicel Sword. Not for any reason except just I need a blocker. But I don't think we're going to survive here. So we sacrifice all of our food. Rev can come back. So at the very least here, you can kind of see how the deck kind of works. Unfortunately, though, our opponent has got us, so we'll just concede this one. All right. Unfortunately, we didn't win that one, everybody. Don't worry. We still got plenty of time this morning to play. I'm usually also not up this early because from where I'm sitting right now, it is currently 10:38 in the morning. I'm actually right now is when I would barely be waking up. So waking up a little bit earlier to stream, maybe it's probably good for my health. Well, I don't know about the streaming part, but of course, maybe, I don't know. Probably shouldn't be sleeping that late, but we'll see. And Splendid, my English is like a combination of American one and British one. Oh, do you have an accent? Actually, I never asked you that. Let's see. Okay, going back to the game real quick. Okay, so we got Vat Rebirth. That's sweet. Shielded Edict for forcing our opponent to lose their creature there. Alicia, which is great. Goldspan Dragon. Foot Boots. Okay, so if we can get at least another land, this should be okay. So, we have enough to cast everything we need. We just need a couple more lands to maybe give us a little extra value here. But otherwise, alright. Opponent is playing Flubs. Flubs is an interesting card. But you really, really have to be good at building your deck if you want to build a Flubs deck. Let's see. If I was to guess, they definitely have probably ways of bringing back lands from the graveyard, I would assume. And how else do you make Flubs work? Definitely going to probably have a lot of landfall triggers if you want to get some value out of those extra land drops. And then discarding, there has to be, of course, a couple of cards that benefit you from discarding. Not that many, but there are some out there. Alright, opponents. Anytime now. I'd like to play Magic someday. Yep. Just going to let the tumbleweeds go on by. It's going to take any longer, though. I feel like I might as well just run to the restroom. I mean, I actually don't need to go right now. But if I had to, I mean, our opponent is taking their sweet time here. Opponent, you there? Hello? 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 Okay. Didn't spawn it. Kinda. The way I learned it was via YouTube. Oh. Well, see, there you go, everybody. YouTube does it all for you. You can learn anything from YouTube these days. Oh, and then, of course, giving a shout-out to everyone wherever you were watching. While our opponent here is hopefully coming back. While we're waiting, of course, as always, if you are a fan of any of the content, whether you're watching right now live or if you're watching on the replay, be sure to give a like, follow, and subscribe wherever you watch the content so you don't miss on any of the gameplay, booster pack openings, deck techs, and so much more. You can see right now our chat bot right there is telling you right now, show some love, be a true fiery friend, like, follow, and subscribe. We got, of course, Twitch, YouTube, and if those of you that are watching from Instagram, shout out to those of you on there. It was a little tricky, of course, to get that all set up, but I'm glad I actually got it working now. Honestly, I was kind of losing a little hope of just maybe just get rid of my Instagram. It hasn't really done anything recently in time that I've been posting stuff there, but I've kind of lost interest a bit, honestly, in posting to Instagram. But I kind of have a better renewed interest because now I've realized, now that I have a setup for going live on there, that's actually kind of sweet. So I feel like we should be streaming everywhere I can as much as possible. That's been since like 5th grade or earlier. Okay. Wow, I keep forgetting how old YouTube is, and that kind of makes me also feel very, very old too, just because I've been utilizing, my first YouTube videos on this very channel went up in like 2009. Oh, good Lord, I'm old. But I did actually have an account in 2005, so I've been on YouTube per se since the very, very beginning. Good Lord, I am old. I am super ancient. I mean, to put it in perspective, because I don't think I mentioned my age, but let me put it this way: I was still in, what was it? I was still in college when YouTube was brand new. Okay, well, I guess our opponent wasn't there. Oh well. I mean, I guess that does count as a win for the day. So, yay! I guess I get some free stuff. Always make sure to do your dailies, kids. Always make sure to do your dailies. Oh, hold on. What does this say? I've never seen this card before. At the beginning of your end step, you tactics. Oh. That's kind of a cool little card. Maybe I might put this in a sacrifice deck in the future. Okay, so with that, let's go ahead, let's try again. Hopefully we'll get a real match this time. Hopefully. Okay, so we're trying again here. Opponent is playing, it looks like, what is it? Is that a soldier? Is that a soldier? Yes. Okay, so we're playing against a soldier deck. That's kind of cool. I haven't seen a soldier deck yet, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, so we got Ornithopter Paradise, Persistent Specimen, Mayhem Devil, Generate Correct. Okay. This looks like a good hand, right? Right? Okay, so with that, Swamp, Persistent Specimen, one of our easy sack outlets for our skeleton. Oh, wow, they're bringing him in straight out. Okay, no fear. Okay. Game on, opponents. Okay, so let's play Ornithopter Paradise. No attacks yet. We can chop block if we absolutely need to, but hopefully we won't. Okay, so with that, we'll bring out Mayhem Devil. We have General Krat here. Siege Veteran. Oh, okay. This is going to get strong very quickly here, so we will need... We might actually have to do something else instead here, just to kind of get around our opponents. We'll see. Alright, so with that, how do we do this here? I guess Priest of the Forgotten Gods. No attacks. Gunsplinter. Yeah, I remember the first ever video made. Day at the Zoo, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah. Wow, that is... God, that's so old at this point. Oh my goodness. And think like how far we've come since then. Yeah, I keep forgetting that YouTube at this point is... Oh my goodness, next year YouTube is going to be 20 years old? Wow. 20 years old. Can't believe that. Cannot believe that at all. I am a little shocked, but okay. Alright, so Vat of Rebirth. To get us some extra value, we will play Mayhem Devil. Force our opponent here to sacrifice. We'll sacrifice, unfortunately, cards that I don't want to. With the Ornithopter Paradise is going to have to go, but this is for value. Okay, so with that, we will Siege Veteran. Ping that dead. We can't have that survive too much longer. So that's got to go. Force our opponent to do some more sacrificing. They're obviously going to have to sacrifice one of their things here. Probably going to be the token. But we will take out the Marshal too, so that's actually pretty nice. Unfortunately, our opponent is playing an Alchemy card here. I mean, this card is also really unfair. I'm sorry. I don't mean to go again on another alchemy hate rant, but look at what this card does. This is so disgusting. We'll talk about it in a sec here. Okay. Ping it down. Okay. Well, at least the board is clear, so that's actually not too shabby. We lose the mana here, but that's not a big deal. Okay. So here. Look at how disgusting this card is. So this is an alchemy card here. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose one that wasn't chosen during your last combat. So they get to basically get a free pump for one of their soldiers, and it gets flying. Or the card, of course, you see right there. Come on, that's not fair. And it creates some tokens. And then on this part right here, you get to create a soldier token, or you can give something perpetually +1/+1 in vigilance. So this is kind of unfair, but I'm just gonna have to roll with it. Let's see. Okay, so how do we do this here? Here's how we do this. Okay, persistence. Reassembling skeleton. Okay, so we're just gonna have to keep pinging down our opponent here. Okay. I guess this is how we're gonna have to do it, just take out our opponent. So, with that, ping, ping, ping. Either way, whatever they sacrifice, we at least get to keep taking out their creatures, so this is not too shabby. Phew. Okay, so with that, bring back the skeleton, at least. Swing. Down to 18. Okay. Well, at least as you can see right here, the deck is managing its thing. We do have some sacrifice triggers here that are really keeping our opponent's whole deck in place. Oh, jeez. Come on. Really, opponents? Sun Titan? Ah! Jeez. Come on. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry. Not to be too loud, but I'm just so annoyed by this. All right. Opponent here. Elspeth's command. Down to 5. We have no real way of stopping this combo. I mean, I don't even know how to do this here. So, is there any way out of this? Okay, hold on. So that's 3. We can also do this too. Okay, hold on. Okay. So, all we can just do is just keep forcing our opponent here to keep sacrificing. So, how do we do this here? Ping down. It goes down. Force our opponent to sacrifice their token. And we draw a card, but it's still not it's just not enough. I mean, yeah, I can like hit their Vanguard here. Prismatic Vista. Okay. Is there any way around this? Let's see. Persistent Specimen comes back. Sacrifice. Mayhem Devil. The Aviator comes back in. We will get in a Mountain. Reassembling Skeleton. But see, as you can see, it's just not enough. Dang. We had a really good synergy there, but our opponent just beat us there. I mean, again, it's just, come on. Those alchemy cards are just not fair. They just keep adding on stupid things here. Okay. Sorry, I'm salty about that one. I'm kind of salty. Okay. We'll just keep jumping in. Don't worry. Our waifu will do its thing, everybody. I have to believe in her, and so will you. Don't worry. She is good. She is good. Then spun it. Yeah, I'm slightly older than YouTube. I was born in 2003 while YouTube was 2005. Oh, that's right. I forgot. You're a youngin' compared to most of the other people I interact with. So, wow. Okay. Not to feel too old myself. All right, Fabled Passage for our opponent. They're playing Arabella here. Okay. Well, we do have ways of dealing with Arabella, but we'll see if we can find a way through this. Let's play Shambling Gas to start. We have Blood-Soaked Insight, so that's not too shabby either. Impact Tremors. Ooh, okay. Opponent is going to try to start burning us out, but we'll see. Can we beat our opponent here? Greedy Freeboater. Basilic Collar. Swing. Down to 24. I thought about originally in our deck utilizing Impact Tremors, but we don't make enough tokens fast enough to do anything. Okay, so our opponent is going to try to start drawing cards here, so we will need a way to get around this. Okay. Let's see here. How do we do this here? It gives us death touch and lifelink. Okay, so with that, tap land. I guess we'll put it on one of our creatures for now. Shambling Ghast. Swing. We need to shut down that Welcoming Vampire because I don't want our opponent to draw too many cards, but we just need a little bit of time to figure out how we can do that. Ooh, Mondrak. Oh. That's also going to be a problem for us, too. Down to 22. Okay, Swift Boots will be nice once we get to that point. So, how do we do this? Dense Blood. To be fair, even I feel old compared to Gen Alpha. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, Gen Alpha is kind of like... What, those kids that are like 9 or 10 right now? I mean... It's something I try not to think about too much because, good lord, that makes me feel extremely old. But hey, at this point... I don't even know what to say like to that. Yeah. I mean, we all have to accept that we're all getting older. Okay, so with that, Bloodstained Mire, sacrifice. We will get out our Shockland, of course, Blood Crypt, pay 2. Attack with the Shambling Ghast. Obviously, our opponent's not going to block this, so we get a little bit of life back. Down to 22. Play Goblin Bombardment. Sacrifice our Freeboater. Oh, Eaten Alive will be nice. So. And how do we do this here? How do we do this here? I need to get rid of that Mondrak before it causes problems for us. That's what we need. But I also want to get rid of the Welcoming. Okay, so I think Shambling Ghast dies. -1/-1. Okay. That threat's down. Swiftfoot Boots to protect our Evereth once she comes in. Okay, I think we got this. Siege game. Oh, never mind. Well, alright. Well, actually, hold on one second, because I forgot Mondrak. Okay. Ouch. Okay. We have a way of getting around Mondrak, but that Siege Agent Commander is going to be a problem for us. So, how do we do this here? I think Aqua's Theater. Ornithopter Paradise. Evereth. She can get this on her. Alright, so I can get in at least a hit with her. Down to 20. We need, however, to get rid of that Mondrak now. Okay. Sacrifice. Ugh, this feels so bad. But, man. Mondrak alone would have been a serious threat for us. But at this point, I don't know. Actually, hold on. 6, 7, oh. I think we might be dead here. Never mind. Yeah. Oh, they also have Onslaught Pride? Oh. Alright, fine. I guess we lose again. Man, we always look like the worst player every time we play Brawl. Don't worry. It's still early, everybody. We're hopefully going to try to see if we can get at least a couple of wins today. Man, though. We just keep getting bad matchups here, but okay. Or maybe I am a bad player. I don't know. Am I a bad player, or am I just bad with matchups? I don't know. Is it all a conspiracy? I don't know. You tell me. Okay, so shaking that off again. We're going to try again with another round here. So we got, okay, so we got Jadar, which is nice. Fire Crescent Arena for some card draw. Some removal here. Okay. Let's keep this hand. Hopefully this will be the hand. I got to believe in ourselves, everybody. We got to believe. We got to believe. All right, opponent is doing some mulliganing, which is great for us. All right, opponents. We'll play our Swamp. And here we go. Yeah. Yikes. That's okay. We're going to try again here. We're fighting against Rigo, Streetwise Mentor here. I actually haven't seen anybody play this, so I'm curious to see how this is going to work. But we'll try. Jadar. Makes the token. Okay, opponent. Here we go. So, we can sacrifice those tokens for value. We have Village Rights, which is great. Alright. Evolving Wilds. Opponent. Okay. Didn't split it. I also lost to Alchemy when I played Brawl. God, I hate that garbage. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm always going to be the person that's going to hate on Alchemy cards. A lot of them are just not fair. I know they kept mentioning, and I know I reiterate this argument all the time. I know they have mentioned before they can tweak cards utilizing Alchemy's balancing thing, but they haven't done anything. All the cards get dumped into the format, and they don't really do anything with them. I probably wouldn't hate it as much if they just kept retweaking cards every so often, like, you know, how they do patches for, like, other video games, but they don't. And I don't understand why they don't do it. I mean, they have the resources. They're willing to build new cards. That means they have to do something with it. Okay, hold on. Opponent already is forcing us to sacrifice for value, so sacrifice here. At least we get to draw 2 cards out of it, so not the worst. So we get some cards. Opponent does not get to Manifest Dread. Okay. No attacking, because we will need that token for extra value at a different point. Mount Doom. Okay, and then instead, Basilic Collar coming in. Cauldron Familiar. Meow meow. Kitty cat. Oh, Hecatom. What's up? Good morning. I didn't expect you to pop up, my man. Glad you could join us this morning. Hopefully you're doing great where you're at. How you doing? All right, another land down. Opponent, what you got? Tainted Observer. Okay, that's cool. All right, so we got another land. So opponent's got some toxic stuff. Again, I'm not sure how. I know this card is meant to just give you some card draw, but I'm not sure how it works with what they're synergizing. Maybe they're a toxic deck? I don't know. It's too early for me to figure this out. I usually am not up this early, but okay. Okay, moving on. Let's see, Swamp. Okay, so how do we get out of this, or how do we deal with this? I think Phyrexian Arena coming in. We will... How do we do this here? Nothing yet. Okay, we'll pass. Didn't split it. That's why I switched from Historic to Explorer. Honestly, a good choice. Yeah, honestly, that's exactly why I like the Explorer format, which is soon to become Pioneer, because we're going to have a lot more cards entering into the format in just a week or so. So I'm actually really excited to finally get a lot more sweet cards added into Arena. So hopefully that'll update us from Explorer to officially Pioneer soon. But yeah, I can't stand those digital cards. They're just not fun. Not my thing at all. Hey, Tom. I am at work playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, that's right. You're a Yu-Gi-Oh! Player. I always forget that you do play that. Hopefully you're having fun playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I actually haven't played Master Duel in a while. Maybe I should do that for maybe I'll do that as a fun stream at some point. I probably should try at least to get back into that a little bit. Just a little bit. I've been trying to do my best to kind of get around and do other games. But maybe we'll do that, of course, on some bonus streams if I have more time to stream in the future. Okay, so in other words, let's see. Okay, so... Fill the Profane, because I don't want us to start getting more tokens. Or so I want us to get more poison counters. Swing with the Culture Familiar. Oh, okay. Do they want to give us Double Strike? I don't think they will. Obviously not. Let's see. Yeah, on Tuesday. Yes. I haven't had a chance to talk about that. But we'll see. Hopefully next week when we do our streams, we'll add in some more of the cards, and we'll probably go back to the Explorer/actual Pioneer format to do some more decks with the newest cards we've gotten from the set. No. Okay. Our opponent is playing another Alchemy card. Am I honestly... Okay, question out there for everybody. Am I really purposely nerfing myself by not playing Alchemy cards? In principle, I don't like to do it. I don't want to do Alchemy cards, but sometimes I feel like I put myself at a disadvantage by doing that. I don't know. Let me know in the comments, everybody, how you feel. Okay, so. Goblin Bombardment. Getting ourselves down to 17. Okay, so then with that, let's see. Sorcery speed. Okay. Let us... How do we do this here? Ornithopter Paradise. We'll sacrifice the zombie token. take out that. Swing with our kitty cat. Okay. Opponents. Down to 22. And pass. Hecatom. Does the Magic game have a mobile version? Oh, actually. Oh, they do, actually. So, yeah, there's Arena you can play on smartphones. Your mileage may vary, though, because it's not the most optimized, but at least on my phone, it works fine. It does feel a little slow. I don't know how it does in comparison to, say, Master Duel on phone. Do you play Master Phone on mobile? Or is it on just on your desktop or laptop? I want to jump back into Magic. Well, not to sound like a shill, but of course, if you do want to jump back into Magic, you know me. I have more than enough videos on my channel for you to check out if you're interested at least in jumping back into Arena. At least I would say that. Okay, our opponent here is got a Thrumming Bird. We got Veto now. Prosper. Okay. We do have options here. Evereth coming in. Okay, and then with that, how do we do this here? Is there a way out of this? Play Jury. And then let's see. Is there any way around this? Not yet. No attacks. Opponent is slowly draining themselves because they're making mites, but they do have lifelink on those tokens, which is going to be very annoying. But we can find a way around that, and they're almost out of cards. So as long as they don't have removal in that hand right there, I think we should be good to go with Evereth. Let's see. Okay. Expand the sphere. All right, so they're digging out for some stuff here. We'll see how it comes. Dense Planet. I just realized they are bringing the other Ashiok too. Maybe the deck tech with Nightmare Tribal? Yeah. Maybe this actually might be the best time to make a Nightmare Before Christmas deck. Sorry. Terrible joke, but you know, I do want to make an Ashiok deck at some point. I didn't really quite make it from the Halloween stream, but I think we can do that. I think we can totally pull off something there. Okay, so opponent here. Oh, double strike with flying. Okay. That might be a problem for us. Okay, so how do we do this here? Block the token. Okay. And then Hecatom, you got PC, PS5, and mobile. Okay. It is available on, I think it's on Steam right now, but yes, you can play on mobile at minimum. Okay, we need to get rid of that Thrumming Bird now. That's our problem. Okay, so our opponent will hit us again. 7, all right. We're also losing a lot of life. Oh. Well, I think we can get there with this. Okay, so Grave Pact. Okay, so I think we have a way out of this. Cult Conscript. Burn together, hitting that token. Take out the token. There we go. Our opponent has to sacrifice the creature. There we go. Whew, okay, that was too close. So with that, we will swing with all 3. All right, not bad, huh? Wow, we found it. We managed to get out of that hole. We almost didn't. Down to 17, down to 16. Okay. Opponent will make a token. So we just need to make sure we keep getting those tokens out of the way. If we can do that, we should be good to go here. Okay, Rigo coming in. Okay, nice, man. I'm going to search for it. Yeah. Let me know how it goes for you for Magic once you download that and start playing a little bit. If you need a little help, I mean, you know how to find me. You definitely have a very good resource. not to brag, of course. Also, Stickman Jake, turn 4 damage from a creature is funny. Turn 1 4 damage is funny. Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. How do we do this here? Do we sacrifice now? No, we'll wait. Okay. We're down to 2. Okay, so we need a way to gain life, and we need it fast. Okay, we have our source there. Okay, so here's how we do this. We will Calisel Sword. Put the Basilisk Collar on top of Evereth. Goblin Bombardment. Take out the Calisel Sword. Sacrifice. Put a counter on it. Force our opponent to sacrifice something. If they sacrifice the token, that's fine. Because I can just sacrifice again. Let's see. Sacrifice Cauldron Familiar. Pump up Jury. Hey, there we go. Our deck's finally doing stuff. Nice. Ping our opponent there. There we go. Okay, opponent. You're not in the best of spots right now. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. So we need to make sure we don't kill ourselves here. So go down to 1. Swing here. Okay. I think we got this now, everybody. I think we finally fought our way out of the hole. Okay. Down to 8. We gain life. We drain them. Okay. And we go up to 3. Okay. Okay. I think we got this one right now, everybody. We finally won this one here. Finally got our first win of the day. Ah, yes. Yes, yes, yes. The sack. Oh, hold on. Destroy all creatures to your greater. Okay. Well, that's fine. That only destroys 1 creature. It still forces them to sacrifice their token. There we go. All right, opponents. I mean, I knew that was a desperation move, but okay. Do you surrender? Because we got this wand right here. Okay, prosthetic injector. That's cute. And then with that, oh, I'll just, okay, I won't be sneaky. Just take him out right here. All right, ping him for 1. There we go, everybody. There we go. We got him. The waifu. The waifu, finally, she did her thing. Yeah, Evereth here. Pulling off a victory for us. Good job to our sweet little vampire waifu. All right. There we go. See, everybody? The deck does work. I'm not that bad at the game. Am I right? Right? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Feeling good about that. Okay. So, we're jumping to our next game here. But also, while we're loading up this next game here, we're about at the halfway point of the stream. Only just because as soon as I'm done here, of course, I have to go to my big boy job because I actually have to make money. But if you do want to help me hopefully get to that dream of one day not having to do actual menial labor and just to have some more fun with all y'all here, you know what to do. Show some love. Like, follow, and subscribe, of course, on my various socials so you can support me. If you do want to be a true fiery friend, though, I do have, of course, a Patreon where, of course, you can then, if you want to subscribe to me, the cheapest price, of course, is going to be only $3 a month. You can get access to all of my videos here, plus all the bonus videos that don't make it to YouTube. Much of it is going to be pretty much raw content, so not edited or anything like that. You get the full videos, full gameplay. Some of them are rejected videos that don't quite make it because they end up making me look terrible. But of course, obviously, jokes aside, it is actually a lot of good stuff there. So I will try to keep adding more to the Patreon as much as is possible, just so all of you out there can get some more fun stuff that I throw out there. But otherwise, just a simple, again, like, follow, and subscribe is all I ask for. At the very minimum, that alone shows your support for me, so I do appreciate that. If nothing else, thanks again, of course, for everybody for that. Dense Planet Waifu and Naifu is about to take you to Laifu. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, Thoughtseize. Really, opponent? You're playing Thoughtseize in this format? That's disgusting. Okay. Well, I mean, we do have a decent amount of stuff in hand, so whatever they take probably won't hurt us that bad. If I was our opponent there, I probably would either take the Blood Artist or probably the Dreadhorde Butcher, so that way we don't start gaining value from our stuff. We're a ways away from the Technomancer, and the Goblin Bombardment is only good once we have some more sack outlets. Come on, opponents. Don't leave me hanging all day here. All right. Okay. Moving the tumbleweed aside. So let's see. We will play. Let's see. How do we do this here? Drossford Bridge. Can't do anything yet, everybody. But we have an Erdbrass which is actually pretty nice too. That alone probably can help us close out the game quickly if our opponent does not have an answer. And they are playing mono black, so This obviously means they don't have... Okay, we'll throw away the Ruthless Technomancer. Okay, so they're basically just going to try to discard because of Tiny Bones, but we don't care about that. Herbrass Forge. There we go. Now we're talking. Down to 22. And they will start getting bigger. I mean, our opponent is playing mono black. They have no options for an artifact hate, so we should be good there. Oh, there we go. Yes, mono black's biggest weakness, everybody. At least in Arena, there is no way they can stop artifacts. So that's just that Herbrass Forge alone. that was our key piece there. Got him, everybody. We got him. Super easy, though. Free win, basically. Free win. I'll take it. I'll take it. Dang. Just imagine, if they only did that Thoughtseize a turn later, we would have lost the Herbrass Forge. So, whew, we did manage to skirt on by. Let's see what board we got. Valley Rock Caller? Okay. That's a cool card. I do like this for the Squirrel deck. So there we go. And we're just going to keep on jumping in. Let's see if we can get a full game again in, everybody. I do like the deck so far, so let me know in the comments, how do you feel about this deck so far from what you've seen? Yes, we've seen some pretty rough matches, but you have seen, of course, the deck is capable of grinding once you got the key pieces in play. Den Splendid. Thoughtseize is like literally the same as the No You card. Yes, yes it is. Alright, so... I guess I would say a question I want to ask everybody while you're watching is, if you've seen already Pioneer Masters, they've already showed everybody just a day ago what is coming out for Pioneer Masters to Arena. So let me know in the comments below, what would you like to see utilized for next week's stream? Maybe we'll put together, after I put together my next deck tech, I'll see if I can try to put together something that utilizes something from Pioneer Masters, something that we would like to see added in. Oh, okay. This combo is actually pretty nice here. So from this, we can play... We have a tap land, which is all annoying. But with Scavenger's Talent and a Cauldron Familiar, we actually could loop these two together. So that's actually pretty sweet. Opponent is playing Kemba here, so they're going to be trying to do some equipment shenanigans. But we'll see if we can get around that. All right, so Dross Force Bridge. We'll play Scavenger's Talent. And with our Kidia board here, we should be able to then start doing our loops here. Pearl Medallion. Oh, okay. They're pseudo-ramping, so we'll see if we can get around this. Cauldron Familiar. And Reassembling Skeleton. So we now have our pieces in play to start doing our loops here. All we just need to do is just outdo our opponent before they start putting down their creature. Saram. Okay. The card draw is coming. Forge anew. Okay. Oh, that's right. Okay, when this enters. Alright. They'll put that on top of him. 9 Lives Familiar. Okay, well, that's not too bad either. So, here we go. Evereth. Vampire Waifu aboard, everybody. So, let's see. We will sacrifice Cauldron Familiar. Make a food token. We can then sacrifice the food to bring back the Cauldron Familiar. Okay. So we now have that aboard. No attacks, obviously. And pass. We need to find a way to get around Saram here. So we can get at least one of our sacrifice pieces out. We should be good to go. But we do have many ways of getting around this. We just need a little bit more lands. We should be okay. Let's see. We do have Phyrexian Arena, so that might be more helpful. But we'll see. Forge Anew is a very powerful card. I actually do need that for my equipment deck. Stickman Jake, do you have this in the equipment deck? I don't know if you're still there, but let me know. Kemba. Okay. Here comes the equipment kitty. But we do need to find answers to get around this stuff quick, or else we will lose very quickly, because we don't have ways of stopping this. Alright, so let's see. We'll see how we get around this. I think... Oh, you do. Nice. At some point, I actually do have ready to go. Not going to lie. If I have time this week for maybe another stream or next week, I do have an updated list for an equipment deck for Explorers. So I might play around with that a little bit. We'll see. All right, let's see. How do we do this here? Village Rites. On Cauldron Familiar. We'll draw some cards. Come on, give me some lands. Okay, great. Nice, we got the lands. So with that, we will then... Phyrexian Arena. Cauldron Familiar coming back. Swing with Evereth. Down to 19. They will gain a lot of that life back from Kemba here, so that's going to be super annoying. But we will try to find a way to get around that. Oh, they're playing, of course they're going to play the alchemy card. So this one's also cheesy too, because this enters, and then one of your equipment in your hand perpetually gains 1 to equip. So say if you have maybe like, I don't know, the hammer, I forget which hammer it was, but you know which one I'm talking about, everybody. You know which one. It's the one, of course, from It's from the core set from Magic 2020. Oh, it's the Colossus Hammer, I believe. But it basically just makes it super cheap and easy to cast on it. So it's a little unfair, in my opinion. Okay, so our opponent is now going to try to put stuff onto their creatures here. They have protection from instant sorceries, so I don't know if we'll get around that. Reassembling Skeleton will block. I'm surprised. Okay. We'll see. Okay. Here we go. We'll make a food. We'll draw a card. Okay. Bastard Remembrance is not bad either. We have a way around stuff now. But we'll see. How do we do this? So. Is there a way around this? I only have 1 in the deck. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much all you need. Okay, so, is there a way around this? Wish that was actually something else. Okay, so, Bastard Remembrance. Make a human token. We shall... Sacrifice Cauldron Familiar. Make a food. Pump up Evereth. We will Deadly Dispute 1 of the food. Draw some cards. Okay, Basilic Collar is not bad either. Cauldron Familiar. Sacrifice that food. Drain him again. Okay, and then, let's see. Should I actually just go with the Treasure Sacrifice here? Or should I put in the Basilic Collar now? I'm not sure. My ideas are Ashiarch, Nightmare Tribal, and if possible, Eldrazi Tribal. At some point, I will need to make a budget Eldrazi deck. I've been meaning to do that for a little while now. Okay, so we're going to sacrifice this to give it lifelink and pump it up. Down to 12. We go up to 34. Okay, so at least for now, we could sponge hits. Plate armor. But we are running out of time because we do need a way to forcefully make them sacrifice things. If we cannot do that, we will be in serious trouble. And our opponent is drawing a lot of cards. We'll see. Can we get around this? Okay, Frodo, Determined Hero. Alright. They got a lot of equipment across a lot of creatures here. Dawn of the New Age. So, at least putting Basilic Collar on top of Evereth here can give us a ton of life gain. So we have our own equipment to slow our opponent down, if needed be. Opponent is going to now utilize Kemba here. And they're going to use Frodo. They're swinging. Do they attach more equipment to Frodo? Okay. So here we're just going to block Frodo just to block 7 damage. Ouch. Down to 25. Okay. Well, we can sponge hits again for a little bit. Alright, make a food. We will try to upgrade now Scavenger's Talent, just so maybe we can just pseudo mill, but we don't really... Actually, I really don't really need that. We just need to get more food quick. Okay, deck. We need a way around... Okay. Oh, they're really going to stack it now. Okay, drawing cards. Blood Crypt, that's fine. Alicia, that's not bad either. Let's see, so 9 lives. Let's see, hold on, actually. Shock ourselves with Blood Crypt. 9 lives Familiar. Basilic Collar. Put the Basilic Collar on Evereth. Activate our ability. Sacrificing our kitty cat. Life gain and drain. Bring it back. Sacrifice again. Oh, you might be able to pull it off right here. Nice. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Is that enough? I think that's enough. Hold on one second. Okay. I think we might be able to get him here. Let's see, hold on. Sacrifice again. There we go. And then swing here. Down to 7. Nice. All right. Okay, so we are within range. We are definitely within range. Obviously, our opponent's going to get a ton of life back, but we do have ways of at least of pushing this out. So we'll see if we can try to find a way to force our opponent around this. So, okay. Actually, that 1 point of damage won't make a difference, so we might as well just do it this way. Okay. They will go back up to 22, but we do have at least an option here. Okay. We just need, again, hard removal, and we should be fine. Okay, come on, opponent. Let me draw. Okay. And draw. Okay, Morbid Opportunist is also nice, too. So, Morbid Opportunist. Arcane Signet. Prismatic Vista. Go to level 2. Sacrifice Prismatic Vista. Start milling the opponent. Okay, so it's pretty much going to be a game of big swings back and forth here, which is going to be hilarious, actually. Okay, so with that, let's get a swamp. We will sacrifice Cauldron Familiar. Start milling our opponent out. Nice. That milling actually is not something people should underestimate. You actually can mill quite a bit. Cauldron Familiar coming back. Meow meow. Taking out our opponent with some milling and some kitty cats. Okay, drain him again. All right, so let's see. And then we will swing here with Evereth. Down to 11. We go up to 30. Okay. Well, we do have a bit of a... We do have now a way of pulling this off. We just need to slowly... Oh, geez. Roaming Throne. Oh, that's terrible. On cats? You. All right. I mean, that doubles up, or I guess it triples up their triggers at this point. But, I mean, it doesn't really help us, per se. Or, I mean, them. Only just because you can't really copy the equipment. So, an interesting option for the deck. They're up to 16. All right, so with that, I mean, they have Trample also, so it's not really anything we can really do. I mean, I'll just block with the cat, just to at least draw another card. Okay. We go down, back down to 15. They go up now to, what is it now, 27? That's disgusting. All right. But we still get a ton of triggers, though, so that's not too shabby. Drain. Draw. Okay, Blood Artist is also nice, too. Kitty Cat comes back, down to 6. Okay, so... Get some more card draw. Okay. We have a ton of pieces now. So, let's see. Fountain Port. Blood Artist. We're just going to keep life gaining and draining them here at this point. Let's see. Jadar. There we go. Oni Cult Anvil. We'll bring back Reassembling Skeleton. Oni Cult is a great card, by the way. Yes, I do agree. So, let's see. We will sacrifice our Cauldron Familiar. Let the life gain and drain begin. Okay. Mill, mill, mill. That's right. Keep milling our opponent here. It isn't... You're not likely to mill in a Commander Brawl format, but I will take it. So, I can't hate too much on that. So, with that, we will Cauldron Familiar. Sacrifice the food again. Keep draining them out. There we go. Mill, mill, mill. Kitty cat doing its thing. We will sacrifice a cat again. More milling and more life gain and drain. This is actually working. I am surprised at how well the deck can grind itself out at this point. So this is actually pretty sweet for us. So we will sacrifice again another food. Keep milling. Life gain and drain some more. We can also sacrifice here as well. Actually, hold on one second. We might be better off just doing it this way. So, still keep it going. Still going, everybody. Look at that milling going. Drain, drain, drain. Okay, so, I think... Wait, can we get him here? I think we can. I think we can. I think we got him here. Mill, mill, mill. The only way our opponent stops us is they have 2 cards in hand. As long as they don't have any removal, I think we should be okay here. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. We'll get 9 Lives Familiar next. More milling. More life gain and drain. I kind of wish we had chat right now with an opponent here because I kind of want to know, do they actually have the answer? But okay. Let's swing here. Do you have an answer, opponents? Oh, I bet you they probably do. Do you have the answer, opponents? At all. 2 cards in hand. You technically have... Or did we get them? Oh my god, we got him! Yes! Evereth here. Woo! Oh man, for a second there I thought they had the answer there, but oh my goodness, we actually got him. There we go. Vampire Waifu, everybody. She pumping up. She's sacrificing. She gets all of the counters and just smashes her way to victory. I should clip that one, of course, for the highlight. Okay. I'll definitely put that up for YouTube and maybe also on Twitch later on. So nice. Very nice. Ah, I love her. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh, you don't even know. Oh man. God, it was so annoying to deal with that alchemy stuff. But oh man, it was so satisfying to just beat them there right now. Flying above them and smashing away despite all their equipment. So yeah. Feeling good about that one. Feeling so good. All right. So you can see it does take a little bit of time. But with the right setup and also as you can see right there, we were able to grind out our opponent there. We just kept draining him until we pumped up our commander and just eventually just swung with a big flying vampire. So yeah. All right, that was great. Let's see if we can hopefully do it again. All right, so with our hand here, we got a Witch's Oven, Persistent Specimens. We can bring that back for food, Deadly Dispute. All right, Pitiless Plunder. So we do have ways here of creating a bunch of treasure tokens and food tokens. Let's see if we can pull that off. Are you ready to duel? We'll see. Let's hang off for a little bit more, Dense Planet. I just want to see how we could pull off anything else here. So we'll just hang out for a little bit longer. But don't worry, we do have a little bit of time. So we'll see what we can do in a bit. Okay, Witch's Oven. Our opponent is playing Go Shintai, so they're playing a Shrines deck. It's going to take them a while to get up their value, so we just need to just speed up our game plan versus them. Okay, opponent is playing Polluted Delta, so... Oh, and that does remind me. I will try to put together at least some other stuff that I've been meaning to do for the next couple weeks. I kind of already have a pseudo schedule set in place, if you will, for upcoming content. But we'll talk more about that once we get to that point. Persistent Specimen. All right. So we have our skeleton. Evereth here will start sacrificing. Inquisitive Glimmer. All right. That does cheapen enchantments. A reassembling skeleton as well. And we'll play Evereth. Let's start sacrificing our skeletons. Pumping up our waifu there. Okay, if we can get Pitiless Plunder out, then we're going to be in really good shape here. No attack from our opponent. Oh, already? Opponent just did not want to deal with her. Nope. They did not want to deal with the waifu. Oh, well. Well, I guess I can't hate. That's fine. I'll take a free win here and there. It's all good. Yeah. All right. Getting our wins here. Getting our free cards. And we're going to jump into another game. Again, Splendid. Skeletons, a.k.a. Rattle Me Bones. I forgot that I put together a while ago a skeleton deck. Let's see, how long ago was that? I think that was last year for Halloween. Yeah, I think I did that a while ago. I should probably look at that again. There have been a lot more awesome pieces for skeletons. All right, so we're going to keep this hand. Okay, and let's see. What do we got here? Put the Draw Sword Bridge down because that's tapped. All right, opponent is playing Alendra, so they have their own Vampire Knight versus our Vampire Soldier. We'll see. Which is the better vampire here? We'll find out in a bit. Swamp. Scavenger's Talent. We'll start making our food tokens in a bit. Intangible Virtue. So they're going to start getting tokens. We'll see if we can get around some stuff here. Alright, so with that... Okay, so we don't really have much to do right now. So we'll just pump this up for a bit. Level 2. And we'll go from there. Okay, so we can get the Grave Pack down, and then we just start building up a bunch of stuff. Essence Channeler. Okay. That's going to be now our cue. We got to get rid of that. Got to get rid of stuff here. Vampiric Rites. Fanatical Offering. We need a creature. That's what we need right now. We need a creature, and we should be fine. Grave Pack can slow our opponent down. We need to find a creature. Any creature at this point will help us out. History of Benalia. Okay. Here come the tokens. Oh boy. We might be in trouble here. But we'll see. Okay, General Crate is not quite what I was expecting. I wanted something cheaper, but I guess we'll work with this. So, how do we do this here? I guess Annihilating Glare. Sacrifice a creature. Take out the Essence Channeler. We'll get rid of our one artifact there. Mill our opponent for 2. It dies. It puts its counters on something else, though. So we'll put them also on either the bunny. Okay, it did put them on the bunny. Okay. They're still gaining life, which is annoying. That's okay. Alendra coming down. All right. Swinging with the knight and the bunny. No blocks yet. Okay. Jadar is nice, too. Okay, ping our opponent for 1 there. Okay, it'll attack. Makes a token. Ping our opponent. If you block opponent, you will have to lose the token. Or at least you'll have to lose something here. So what do you got, opponent? Do you block with both creatures? Anything? Oh, they don't. Okay. Okay, so we will make a token and ping. Okay, so part of our engine is on, somewhat. But our opponent has to be careful here, because if they swing willy-nilly, we will get a way to just start draining out their whole board with Grave Pack. That's actually a very, very powerful card. But we do have a lot of sack outlets here, so we're hoping this should be enough. But does our opponent swing? They do. Okay. Okay, so we have a Village Rites also. Village Rites. Sacrifice. That will pump up their Alendra, but we have everything we need to hopefully just slow them down here. I doubt they'll sacrifice Alendra. Okay, so with that, opponent. Milling. They have to sacrifice a creature here, since that ability does trigger off. But what will they get? Ooh, okay, so it is one of the powerful knights. We draw 2 cards. That's good for us. Okay, so... Okay, we really can't afford to take this hit here, so... Block 1 here. It does feel a little bad, but that's okay, everybody. Go down to 4. We lose another creature, but they have to sacrifice another creature. When Alendra dies, however, that's where things are going to get a little dicey. So they lose another knight, and they pump up Alendra. Okay, so how do we get out of this? Is there a way out of this? Okay, Rev. All right, so our only way out of this. Evereth here. Ping our opponents. Opponent, do you have an answer? The only this is where it also gets a little unfortunate with our Alendra, I'm sorry, our Evereth here, because if we cannot find a way... Hold on. Okay, so we can swing with one goblin here. We make another token. So that's not bad. Okay, they paid the life. They ping. Down to 21. Trigger off her ability. Forces our opponent to lose some more cards. They have to now sacrifice another creature. Okay. And then with that, they will gain... Oh boy. That's a lot of tokens. But we have a way of still finding a way around this. Okay, so we can sacrifice another food. Mill them again. We have to slow them down as much as possible. Okay. Forcing them to then lose another creature here. Can't be the bunny, so it has to be a token. Okay. And then... Is there a way out of that? Is that... Oh, I don't think that's enough. Because we have to block at least... Let's see, that's 6. Now, never mind. Dang. Couldn't get there. Couldn't get there, everybody. I did the math right there. And obviously, I'm not the best at math, but I'm pretty sure the math means that we weren't going to win that one. But that's okay, everybody. Oh, well. Oh, well. We'll try again next time. Yeah, we needed exile removal, but we just didn't get that in hand, so dang. It's all right. We'll shake it off, and we're going to try again on another one. Stickman Jake, me and my opponent were trying to see who can buff our creatures faster, but Double Strike was just too strong. As in... Oh, so you just couldn't get your buff in quick enough? Man, sorry to hear that. Don't worry, though. Don't worry. I believe in you. Everyone, y'all will win your next matches. That's how I say it. Okay. Let's see what we got going on. Opponents? They're playing the Scarab God. Scarab God is also another one of those cards that is going to be a hard card to deal with. Because they can keep bouncing it to their hand instead of the command zone. But we'll see if that becomes a thing that we have to worry about. Keep this hand. And we'll see. Oh, it was your Double Strike. Nice. I thought it was your opponent's for a second there, the way we worded it. But again, great job. Swamp. And Basilic Collar coming in. Alright. So we have our life linking ability in. Arcane Signet's good too. We'll sacrifice now our Fable Passage. We will get out... What do we get out here? We'll get a Mountain. We can start ramping in a bit with the Arcane Signet coming out. Morbid Opportunist. So let's see. Alright, Arcane Signet. Okay, opponent lets it go. Great. Yeah, he's really sticky on board too. Yeah, I agree. Well, we'll see. Is our opponent playing... Looks like they're playing a zombie deck with Scarab God, so mostly what I expect par for the course. Fire Exene Arena, so we can start drawing more cards. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? What do we got? Compelling Deterrence. Opponent. That's not fun. Okay, so with that, I guess we'll throw away Calisel Sword for now. So our opponent here with the tempo play. Down to 24. But we still got time. We got plenty of time. Okay. What you got up next, opponent? Invasion of Amonkhet. Alright. So we mill 3. And we have to discard a card, unfortunately. So I think Veto's going to have to go. They draw a card. Do they attack the battle? They do not. Right, down to 23. What? Opponent? You just gave up already? Aw, opponent, we were just getting started. Okay, well, yay. I guess I get another free win. That's not exactly how I wanted to do this, but okay. I don't know what happened there, but okay. I guess we're just going to move on to the next one. So, yeah. Yay. Free wins. I don't want pity wins, to be honest. I actually do want to get as many games in as possible. But hey, whatever happened, happened. So I'll just take it. So in any case, yeah. I mean, you've seen that too, Hecatom. You've probably, I'm sure, have played your share of Master Duel matches where someone plays 1 or 2 cards and all of a sudden they just immediately scoop on the spot and they just kind of give up. I don't know why. Maybe, I don't know, something happened, or maybe they're just like, I don't want to deal with this, or I don't know. Maybe they're back from their break or whatever. Who knows? Who knows? It's all a mystery to me. Any case, Sulphur Springs coming in. Basilic Collar. So we have Undead Butler, which is going to be great for us as we start building up our value. Swamp. Undead Butler. Mill 3 cards. Mill. Okay, so Rev got milled. We didn't want that, but that's okay. We can always get rid of Undead Butler, because we do have Phyrexian Tower. We also have Prosper, too. That's actually pretty sweet. Yeah, sometimes hands are just that bad. That is true, too. Sometimes you don't want to mulligan, or sometimes you get a bad hand, and you're like, yeah, I don't want to play right now. Can't do this. Okay, so here's how we do this here. Sacrifice our Undead Butler. We will exile our Butler. Bring back Rev. Play Rev. Okay. Our human rogue is back online. Right? Elf. I originally was thinking about playing Lathril earlier this week for the event, but I kind of figured, I don't know if I wanted to, because maybe we'll save Lathril maybe for a future stream later this month. I don't know. Let me know, everybody. Do you want me to play Lathril? Maybe I'll put that up for a poll in the future. Okay, so in the meantime, what do we play here? Okay. Jadar might be okay. Actually, I'll lay... let's see. Yeah. Paying ourselves for 1. Swing here. Give Rev Death Touch. Obviously, they're not going to block, so this is a free hit for us. 22. I'll steal a card from them. Thank you, opponent. I'll take that Hardened Scales. Oh, that feels so good. I feel so dirty every time I steal cards. I'm honestly not big on decks that steal cards, but sometimes it just feels so nice to do that. This actually will go really, really well with Evereth here because she'll start getting counters even faster. Oh, I realize also this triggers off Alicia too. Oh man, that was actually the best steal I think we just got right there. Dwinian. Guiltleaf. Dian? I don't know how to say that. This actually, I think, used to be a rare. Wow, we've come a long way. Okay, anyways, let's play... How do we do this here? I guess Urbrass Forge. Ping ourselves again. That's okay. Make a token. We will swing with everything. Okay, and then... Give Rev the Death Touch. It's now a 4/4. Nice. Do you block opponent? They do. Okay. They obviously don't want us to steal more cards, so obviously it's going to go like this. Down to 18. Make some treasures. They lose some of their elves. Okay, and then with that, Vampiric Rites? Do we want that? Pass. Oh my goodness. I forgot our ability. We'll just bring back Rev. You can't defeat our ladies' opponents. I mean, yes, you have your Elven one, but Rev here just going to keep coming back for more. Okay. They're also swinging too, so this is going to be a fun game of life gain and drain, but we'll see. We go down to 12, but we'll see if we can try to get around this. That's a lot of elves. It's a little scary, but we're going to try. Okay, Blight Step Pathway is not bad. Put that on red. Okay, so... How do we do this here? How do we do this? Jadar. Can make for us a token. Let's see. Oh, Basilic Collar. We're probably going to want that. Put that on Isha. And I guess we go from there. Take a token. Keep swinging. Put Death Touch on it. Okay. Well, Alicia is getting bigger here. Okay. And if that's how you want to do it, opponent, that's fine. A lot of death touching. Wow, okay. Let's see. First, last. All right. Okay, up to 18. Kill all the elf tokens. Nice. They lose more elf tokens, so it is kind of like a game of attrition here. And we keep bringing her back. Yes. Woo! I do love this deck. This deck is actually pulling off some hilarious things here. I actually love this. Elvish Archer, okay. Ugh, that's going to be rough for us. But we'll see. All right. They all got Death Touch, too. I don't know if we're going to survive this, but we'll try. They have protection from black now, so that's going to be a bit of a pain for us, but we'll try. Okay, so they're up to 23. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so we go down to 5. Okay, we need hard removal. That's what the deck needs. Dense Splendid. At least Scarab God is more respectful than any Nadu I faced. Yeah. Wait, is Nadu banned in Brawl? I don't remember. I haven't played her in a while. I don't know. Okay. Let's see here. Is there any way out of this? I guess we'll play Prosper. And then go from there. Take another token. Okay, is there any reason to have the zombie attack? I guess not really. But we do want to keep Rev going, though. Okay. Death Touch again on Rev. Pump up Alicia. She's now a... Wow. She's super strong. Okay. If we could just give Trample on her, that actually would be hilarious. But okay. We take out some more tokens. Bring back Rev. Okay, Shieldred's Edict will be nice if we can just survive the hit now. That's all we got to do. Down to 13. Prosper also has Death Touch, which will be nice for us here. Okay. Ooh, boy. Ugh. They now have They have all the mana in the world now to cast everything they need, because that ability just turned on everything into a mana dork. And then they just go off here. Are we dead? Ew. Well, let's see. Let's see. Prosper blocks Dwinian here. Okay. And I guess we go from there. Down to 4. Jeez. So many big swings here. Oh boy. If they can untap with Lathril, we are dead. That's mostly what it just comes down to now. Shieldred's Edict will not protect us here. Yeah. Llanowar Tribe. Okay. That's fine. His alchemy changed to be specific. Good riddance. Okay. I'll let our opponent draw the card, because I don't want us to lose life, and then... Oh, hold on 1 second. Does this work here? Oh, we don't have enough. Okay. Let's see. Is there a way out of this? At all? Okay. Make another token. Rev swings. Do we want Alicia to swing too? I guess so. And then, I guess, Rev on there. Okay. How much mana do we need to make this work? I don't know if we have enough. Go up to 14. Down to 24. Make another treasure. Sacrifice the zombie token. Still... Dang. Not enough for that. Alright. Okay, well, we tried, everybody. We tried, and we just couldn't get there with this. I was hoping to see if we can have enough mana here, because it was like, okay, so If I could have done that, I could have wrathed the board. But we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dang. One short. Just one short. All right. Well, we'll concede there. All right. We tried, everybody. That's okay. We tried. That's fine. Okay. So, looking at the clock right now, I'm going to see if we can try to squeeze in maybe 1 or 2 more matches. But I realize now, I think with how this deck is going, I actually am happy with it overall. But I don't know. Maybe there might be some things that I might tweak. Maybe I should have put in another Wrath or 2. But I usually don't like to do too many Wraths in a Sacrifice deck. Because most of the time you're just focusing on just blowing everything up with your sack value. Yeah, I was dead. It was unfortunate, but we had to accept that. At the very least, we did show off some good, neat little synergies we had there. Okay, so shaking it off. Ziatora. Okay. Big, scary dragon. But can we outdo them? We'll see right now. Keep what we have. Bloodstained Mire. We'll start with that. Okay, opponents. See how fast they can do their thing. River's Overlook. Okay. Very on flavor. Very on flavor for this commander. So what are they going to get out? I would guess a swamp. All right. Oh, they got a forest. Okay, that's fine. So we will sacrifice our Bloodstained Mire now. Our fetch land. I really should try to see if I can slowly build up fetch lands for my actual paper decks. I've been meaning to do that for a while. Rakua's Theater. Do we want Fireblade Artist? He might be good for future. So how do we do this here? Scavenger Grounds. Arcane Signets. Getting our ramp on. After this game, maybe a match against me? Okay. Well, I mean, you have stuck around long enough, of course, as always, Dan Splendid. So, of course, I do appreciate you being there. So, you know what? I'll be cool with it. This time again, I can afford to get in at least one more game with just you. Okay, so Mountain. Okay, so how do we do this here? I guess Fireblade Artist. Little free damage here. If our opponent has removal, we have ways of sacking it anyway, so we should be okay. We might have to sack it just to get some more value going. Mountain. Lick a coin. Okay. Ping us for 1. They make treasure and draw. That's cool. Actually, I think we'll do it now. Sacrifice the Flame Artist. We need to draw some cards. Ooh, okay. So we have Liliana. Nice. All right. Planeswalker coming in. I don't know how you stop this opponent, but we're going to start creating some zombies. Oh, these will be really, really nice for the deck. Opponent is getting close to now doing their thing, too. But Goldspan Dragon actually is a little scary. They'll hit Liliana, obviously. Do they have more removal, though? We'll see. Hits it for 4. Goes down to 3. Okay, Rev is nice, too. So, with that, we will play... Let's see. Tick her back up. And then... How do we do this here?
Wake up and smell the decay.
Okay, Phyrexian Tower. Sacrifice the new zombie. Draw a card. Pitiless Plunder is not bad either. Okay. Rev. This will force our opponent now to realize they're going to have to deal with Rev 2. So, we swing with our 1 zombie. Give it Death Touch. Not that it matters, but... Stealing a card. Thank you, opponents. I'll play that. Jewel Thief. Make another treasure. And... Dang, I don't want to lose Liliana this turn, but that's okay. It's fine. But I think I might sacrifice that zombie right now just to get a little bit more value before Liliana dies. Okay, opponent. What do you got? Security Rocks. Okay. Big, but we can deal with him. One day want to versus each other on one historic? Yeah, we could totally do that too. At some point, I will once again try to see if I can make another player challenge. We did that a couple months ago around my birthday area, but I'll see if I can try to do that with all of y'all again.
You've reached an
I would like to take on more challengers. That'll be more fun. So unfortunately, we will lose Lydiana here, but we did at least get a ton of cards. Dang. They found a way to deal with her. That's okay. That's okay. We did get enough cards out of this now where we should be able to find a way to victory here. Okay, opponents. What do you got? What do you got? You got 2 treasures. Technically, that is 4 mana thanks to Goldspan Dragon's ability. Ooh, big score. That's a good card. They discard, draw some cards. Another land, so they have plenty of mana still. But we do have our options too. We just need to find a way to get around these things. Alright, opponent. Plus you got Magda. Okay. Committing crimes. Persistent Specimen's not bad either. So, let's see. How do we do this? Restless Vents. Okay. So, I think Evereth comes in now. And we will play Greedy Freeboater. Let's see. Persistent Specimen. Come on, opponents. Do you have an answer? At all. Anything. Opponent's thinking. Okay. We will swing with the Jewel Thief. Rev does trigger. Do you block, though, opponent? They don't. Wow. All right, I'll take a free card. Phyrexian Dragon Engine. Do we care about that? Maybe not quite yet. That is not a bad hit, though. We can refuel our whole hand with this if we need to. Okay, so let's see. I'm guessing opponent swings, of course. I would like for us to see if we can find a way to just get rid of that Goldspan Dragon. That's our biggest threat right now. But, well, take out the security rocks right now. We can't have that big creature do its thing. Ancestor's Aid. Ooh, okay. Well, that's annoying. Okay, so with that, so it takes out all of our creatures. We don't really get much value out of it, unfortunately. That's okay. We'll put that away. We don't need that. We need removal. Where's our removal at? We have tons in the deck. Down to 14. Otherwise, we might have to start sacrificing our treasures for value here. Okay. Oh, okay, well, it's not too bad. Mayhem Devil's not bad. Okay, so I think we're going to do it this way. Phyrexian Dragon Engine. We're going to drop our hand when it does its thing later on. And let's see. Sacrifice a treasure. Take out Magda. Opponents. I mean, they have 3 cards in hand, so I don't know what else they have, but we'll see right now. Sacrifice another treasure. Ping Magda. Okay. There we go. And then, I guess we'll play Goblin Bombardment too. So if we need to have instant speed swinging, we have that. Give Rev Death Touch. Do you block opponents? Probably not. Down to 12. Gain some life back. And we get to steal a card. Exhibition Mage is okay. That'll be for decent value later. Okay, so Zeatora coming in. Okay. Well, let's see. Actually, can we do this now? Hold on. Take out the Mirkwood Bats. Sacrifice Fire X and Dragon Engine. Ping. Okay. Bat down. Phew. We only took one ping from that. We need to make a bunch of creatures now. That's what we need to do. And then we should be good to go. Okay. Ping it again. Opponent. Gallagreeters. But that's now a threat too. Man, everything is just threatening us here. No blocks. Down to 8. Okay. This match should be close to ending right here. Let's see. Do they sacrifice another creature? Oh, they do. Okay. So that means that we lose Evereth or Rev. Something is going to die here. Oh, okay. They ping us. Go down to 3. Okay. Well, this is our turn. We have to make it all work now. We'll make... What do we make here, actually? Make it the treasure token. Pitiless Plunderer. Play... Reckless Lackey. Ping. Okay, so how do we do this here? Okay, hold on. Turn on its ability. Down to 4. Sacrifice Reckless Lackey. Make a treasure token. Down to 3, down to 2. Ping. Oh my god, this is working. This is working. Okay. That threat's gone. So with that... Sacrifice. Can we get there? Ping. Let's see. Sacrifice the whole board at this point. We will sacrifice... Wait, no, hold on. Big swing here. Is that enough as is? Is that enough? Did we get there? Yes, we got there. We didn't even have to sacrifice the whole board. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right. Nice. Nice. Okay. That was a great way to end it, everybody. That was beautiful. So nice. Oh, man. There we go, everybody. Evereth here. Man, she is good. Her with Mayhem Devil. Oh my goodness. I think I kind of want to put together a sacrifice deck in real paper. Okay. All right. Okay. So that one took a little bit longer than I expected. So Dense Planet, I'm just going to have to be honest with you. I have to look at the clock. I have to, unfortunately, I have to get ready also for my big boy job. So we're going to have to hold off. I'll see if I can try to get in another stream maybe at the end of the week. So don't worry. I will try to take you on another day. But I realize now I have to start taking care of other things. So we'll claim our victory there. Because I realize now I don't want to go over too long. I have to take care of my other stuff. I do apologize ahead of time. Don't worry. We will definitely go over that later on. Okay, so hold on. I don't know why I have so many copies of the deck. Hold on. All right, okay, so that was our Sakura Waifu deck for you, everybody. So you tell me in the comments below, what do you think? Would you play this deck in any way, shape, or form? Truth be told, I do actually love what the deck is trying to do. Okay, let's make it look like it's actually, like, legal. There we go. So Evereth here is actually a really good card. Although her sack ability can only be done at sorcery speed, she definitely has a lot of power if your opponent is not prepared for her. Like sacrificing those tokens, as you saw there, we were able to pump her up very quickly, make her extremely powerful, and with the help of extra support from cards like Mayhem Devil, or if you have cards like Blood Artist here, you can drain your opponent out very quickly, very fast, and I actually love what that card is trying to do. Oh man, I actually want to get a copy of this card. How much is she? I'll have to figure that out in the future. But otherwise, you saw today from our whole video there that she can be extremely powerful. The deck is very grindy. So if you do like this kind of gameplay, this is definitely all for you, everybody. Now, having said all that, there is, of course, a couple weaknesses that you saw today. I guess, and this is, again, not so much that the deck is bad, and I would say the weakness to the deck is if our opponents have a lot of go-wide strategies, we are completely reliant on just sacrificing for value when we sometimes do need creatures out. But there are ways around that. Grave Pact, if we can go wider, is actually an extremely powerful card if our opponent is not prepared for it. We will, however, would recommend for the deck maybe one more extra Wrath, maybe 2 Wraths in the form of, like, I don't know, I would say the Meat Hook Massacre is probably your best option there, but unfortunately in Arena they nerfed it, so it won't give you the max value like it would on paper, as an example. Otherwise, a lot of the cards felt really, really good. I did like how we did manage to get a ton of value from cards such as Grave Pact here. We put in a lot of work with Mayhem Devil. Absolutely love what this card does. Oh man, such a good card here. Evereth alone was also pretty solid with cards even such as Culture Familiar. We saw Witch's Oven do some work. Scavenger's Talent was very helpful for the deck. Yeah, I felt really good about this deck. I actually do love it. It is very, very pricey though with what we have today. So rather than go over everything else on that one, you'll just check the replay for those of you that missed it out. It's all up on YouTube. It'll be up also on the other platforms, Twitch, and I'll have a copy up on Instagram later today. Having said all that, let's actually cover right now the budget version of the deck. So this budget version that I have for you, if you do like the deck and maybe you want to build it, but you don't want to spend a ton of rares or mythics on it, or maybe you do want to play it maybe in paper, here's a much more cheaper version for you. This version, however, is different from the other ones in the sense that this one is all focused on one set. So pretty much every card in this variant is all from Foundations. So if you get like a whole set of Foundations, all the cards in this are all in one set, so it makes it really easy for you to collect all of them if you are interested in maybe making your own version of Evereth for Arena or on paper. It's actually pretty solid. Most of the changes are going to be a little less powerful, so cards like Undying Malice here for a little bit more protection. You'll still get a lot of cards here. You'll add in some more cheaper value cards that might help you with a secondary option, which is discard here, so have cards like Burglar Rat here. You'll throw in powerful cards like Dark Confidant, which is great for you. Deadly Dispute is still here. Elfang Disciple for more discard, of course. Go for the Throat for a little more consistent removal. Fake Your Own Death. You get the idea. Mostly it's going to be a little bit more power down, but it's still a pretty solid deck. The biggest, of course, cheaper option to make it, of course, easier for you to build is if you don't want to do this completely in Arena, just put in a bunch of mountains and swamps, and it's going to be the cheapest stuff you can get from Foundation itself. So think of all that stuff if you do want to build a variant of this. And don't worry, I will leave both links in the details below later today when I have a little bit more time. But otherwise, that's pretty much all it for you regarding this. So don't worry. We will definitely try to see if we can squeeze in another early morning stream. Maybe if not on Friday, maybe definitely next week. I had a lot of fun this morning, everybody. Thank you again for joining me. Wow, the couple hours just flew by. But again, as always, I do apologize that I would love to do longer streams, but I can't do it just because I have, of course, a big boy job that I have to get ready for right now. But before we go, for those of you that have stuck around this far into the video, as always, my true fiery friends, you'll get to at least see a quick little sneak peek as to what's to come down the line. So this month, of course, is the holiday season. So we're going to be doing some holiday themed decks throughout this month that I'm already building on. But of course, we will have some also fun, secret fun options for you in the various kinds of decks out there. So I have a Smash and Slash deck. So this is going to be an equipment deck that I built for Explorer that maybe we'll try to squeeze onto stream. If not this weekend, definitely next weekend for sure. I have a Niv Foundation deck, so another Brawl deck that kind of focuses on making a Niv budget deck that's built from completely cards from just Foundations. But if you want to see a non-budget version, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you from that one. In terms of other decks that we're going to be doing, I will be, of course, having a energy deck. So this is our next basically deck in the series. This is deck number 9 in the series. We have one more triple color pair that's going to be built, and that'll be the final one for the 3-color budget decks out there. If you want me to do, say, 4-color budget decks, let me know, and I would love to maybe try to see if I can take on that challenge. It's not going to be an easy one, but I think we can put together some super budget decks, even at 4-color
and 5 colors. So that'll be coming down the line in the future. I have a Timeless Madness deck for you. There's a budget version and a non-budget one. I don't know yet if I want to make this into a regular deck tech or a stream, but that is going to be coming down the line, of course. And let's see, is there anything here I've still kind of been building on? Not much else realistically. So here's a cute little preview for maybe the end of year stream. So this will be the pseudo New Year's Eve stream. I have an energy deck. It's 5 color. I don't know how I'm going to build this, but I'm going to try to build it, and we're going to go all out with the budget here. So Pure Energy is coming in the future. So that's going to be a thing. We have a bear deck that I want to also finish up, and I don't like loot, but I will not lie. He is a good card if you know how to build around him. So I might do a loot deck down the line. I'll put it to a vote later this month, what you all want to see. And of course, we will be doing previews for the coming Ether Drift set that's coming at the end of January for the end of the year. We'll do, of course, a couple of end of year videos in short form, also coming down the line as well. Okay, time to breathe in. Don't worry. Yes, we will also, yes, I saw that too, Dense Planet. Nightmare Before Christmas style theme deck with Ashiok. I would also see if I can try to build that together too. That'll probably be a control deck. Also, maybe on stream in the future. But don't worry, we will get all this done some way, somehow, despite my insane schedule. We'll get it all done at some point, everybody. But again, one more time, thank you for everybody out there that's been watching today. I've seen, of course, those of you that have been joining me from the stream over on Instagram. Sorry if I couldn't interact with more of you out there, but thank you again for hanging in there, everybody. So shout out to those of you on Instagram. Shout out to those of you that have been watching on Twitch and YouTube. All of you today have been wonderful. Before I go, of course, yes, this time make it properly. Yes, of course, I will try to do much more of the thank yous at the end of stream. So again, Dan Splendid, you're always my all-star. Thanks again for always hanging in there. Stickman Jake, thanks again for joining us today. Hecatom, great for you to stop on by. And those of you that I see on the chat, I'll try to give a shout out real quick. So I see on here on Instagram. So I see, of course, Queen Tigress, Helm of Awakening, VPA2 Magic, Ruski, Born in 91, Rodrigo, Pat Lana 94, John Arco, Magic Nostalgia. Thank you again for those of you that are in the Instagram chat. Thanks again. We'll hopefully get to interact with all of you soon enough. And then one more time, if I didn't miss anybody else, I think I got everybody, of course, this time around. One more time. Appreciate all of y'all. So that's it for the stream, everybody. Again, I got to take care of stuff right now, so we'll have another chance to hopefully do this at the end of the week, maybe on Friday is probably if I can, or a regular YouTube video. We'll have a coin flip on that one if I have time. Otherwise, that's it, everybody. Have a wonderful week. Have fun doing the midweek Brawl event if you haven't done that already. Get your dailies done. And again, we will see you again next time. However, just remember that no matter what you do play in the game of life, always be sure to burn bright. We'll see you next time, everybody. Later.